All right, this is it. Last time we get together before top of the hour, 1 Central, 2 Eastern, Cow Guy Close. You want to see we got another great show lined up. I'll take this time to say that tomorrow we're going to have Larry Elder on. He's running for president as well. He's out of California. He ran for governor of California the last time around. Larry Elder, you might know him from a few other AM radio stations, but he'll be on the Cow Guy Close. Today, we've got 3 great guests as well. You're not going to want to miss it. We're talking a lot of fun stuff, too. 1 Central, 2 Eastern. I look forward to seeing you there. So let's not make this the last time we talk. All right, let's take a look at these prices, though, because we are going to ultimately see these close. If we click on the corn, that'll bring a corn board up behind my head, and then we can talk about what these numbers mean. Corn, I've clicked on it. There it goes. Finally. I don't know what happened with that. 6.5 cents higher in July. That's 5.77.5 is last. That's about what? 3.25 cents off the high. 6.5 cents higher in corn. D 7.25 cents higher to 5.1625. The high was 5.19.5. That's about 3.25 cents away as well. We haven't really moved in a little while here. This is about where corn's been, ish kabibble, right? Let's talk about where soybeans have been. They have been taking it on the chin, is what they've been. We're about between 10 and 19.25 cents lower across the board. The front month has taken most of the heat. July's down 19.25 cents to 13.22 even. As we go out to the new crop, that's down a dime, 11.87 even. Look at the high, 11.99 Tried to kiss $12, couldn't do it. 11.87 is last. That's down a dime on the day, and that's Novi new crop. When we talk about Chicago wheat, what do we have got going on over there? Decent double-digit gains. We're up between 14.25 cents and 16.25 cents. The fronts being more than the backs. July's up 16.25 cents to 6.22.5, 2 cents, 2.25 cents off the highs. Deese wheat in Chicago is up 15.25 cents to 6.51 There you go. So from Chicago wheat, let's go to Kansas City. Take a look at that hard red wheat. So Chicago to Kansas City is going to give us 17.25 cent rally in the July hard red wheat in Kansas City. 8.43 is last, 6.5 cents off the highs. Decent range though over there, right? Look at that, about a 37-cent range. Let's go to the Deese hard red wheat in Kansas City. That's 17.75 cents higher. 8.28 even is last there. Moving from Kansas City to Minneapolis. Let's talk about the spring wheat. In Minneapolis, that's up 15.75 cents in that July contract to 8.25 December is up 17 cents to 8.33 So there you go. That are the wheat products all enjoying some green on the screen today. Cotton was lower. It still is by 94 points in the July. 84.38 is last there. 96 points lower in the Deese to 82.42. All right, let's bring in our next guest analyst, the venerable Ted Seifried from Zaner Ag Hedge in Chicago. Ted, thanks for being on the show. All right, the floor is yours, brother. What are your thoughts here? You're batting cleanup. Have at it.
Yeah, Scott. I mean, hey, could we be more mixed than we are? We are as mixed can be. And soybeans, which are participating in the turnaround Tuesday, apparently corn and wheat did not get that memo. So you had a little bit of news this morning. It seems that Russia is blocking one of the Ukrainian ports. This is a week after they agreed to carry on with the grain corridor for another 2 months. This makes us wonder, are they not doing this now? They say one thing and do something else, which, by the way, would make Russia look really bad on a world stage, not that they don't already.
Right.
There was something coming into that port that they know about and they don't want it coming in. Who knows? It's war, Scott, right? But either way, corn and wheat especially are finding some gains off of that and following through on yesterday's strength. While beans, on the other hand, we're having a hard time justifying any further strength because we look down in South America, we see the bids and offers that they have. We really can't compete very well on a global stage as far as our exports are concerned. We do still need some more exports to hit the USDA's target, Scott. And so beans are going to continue to try to be under pressure to attract those prices until the South American prices come sharply higher, which may or may not happen. So you're looking at different sets of fundamentals. The one thing I will say about corn, speaking of different sets of fundamentals, is that we're bear spreading on a higher day. The back months are finding a little more strength. That's reflective of the fact that we are a little bit concerned about the hot and dry weather or the warmer, drier forecast that we have directly in front of us. A lot of people saying that, planting hasn't gone this quick since 2012. We all know what happened in 2012. So a warmer, drier forecast is getting some people talking about the potential of some issues for the growing season. However, the weather guys don't agree.
Okay, we're going to go away. Got to take a quick break. That was all great stuff. Thank you very much, Mr. Seifried. We're going to go away with Peace and Bills. We're going to come back and talk more with Ted after this. All right, welcome back. Well, it's time now to talk about the four-legged friends. That would be the proteins, livestock. Let's bring in our guest analyst for that chat. So that's going to be Ted Seifried, Zaner Ag Hedge. All right, Ted, we've had, basically live cattle, feeder cattle, steady a little bit easier here today. Not by much. We can't really find a bottom yet in hogs. But what are your thoughts overall when we kind of take a look at the meats, the proteins, whatever you want to call them?
Yeah, hogs really just cannot find that bottom. We continue to look for that bottom by probing into new contract lows. That's not a real good look for the hogs chart. At some point, we will find some support and we will turn around, Scott. It just doesn't seem like today is that day, or maybe this week is that week. I don't know. Shall see. Generally speaking, you've got temperatures warming up on the eastern side of the eastern half of the country. So going into a holiday weekend, we are going to start grilling season in earnest. Wow, I think we're impressed with the demand we see over the course. I am very optimistic about what domestic demand will be for both beef and pork. So looking for cutouts, looking for cash product prices to go higher, giving better profit margins for the packers, potentially leading to higher cash. So I am rather friendly across the board on livestock at this point in time. Cattle, I guess you're not surprised that we're down just a little bit with the strength that we're seeing in corn after yesterday's strength. So, kind of easing, waiting for cash cattle to develop here this week. We've seen some small cash trade, relatively strong, continues to be relatively strong. I think we're going to see more strength later in the week, but the market seems to want to wait to prove it out.
You surprised that the disparity between pork and beef at the counter has really haven't seen the consumer push back. I mean, a little bit maybe, but really, I'm still buying a lot of cheap pork. I can't believe that the spread's as big as it is.
Yeah, no, me too, man. I'll take all the cheap pork. But here's the thing: we don't have a situation where people are afraid of the economy, afraid of a recession. As much as the talking heads want to talk about it, the American consumer is not acting like this is a thing. So we're not going after those cheaper cuts of meat. We're fine spending the higher dollars for more luxury, the higher end proteins, the higher end cuts of steak. If that changes at some point during the summer, you're going to see a run on pork, and it's very valuable.
Right now I'm backing the truck up for the pickled souse and pig's feet. So all right, really appreciate you coming on. All great stuff. Always a good conversation. Thank you very much for your expertise. That's Ted Seifried, Zaner Ag Hedge in Chicago. I'll bring it back here one more time to